Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
Let me tell you something. The Boston Red Sox cannot catch a break this week, and somehow, someway, things are simultaneously falling apart and coming together at the exact same time. If you're a Red Sox fan, buckle up, because today was one of those days where you needed a scorecard just to keep track of everything happening inside this organization. We've got a blockbuster extension conversation that's heating up, a prospect situation that has the entire fan base losing their minds on Twitter. And oh yeah, the Pittsburgh Pirates just walked into town and absolutely embarrassed Boston to the tune of 16-7. 16-7 against the Pirates. In spring training, we have things to discuss. Let's start where we absolutely have to start. William Abreu and the extension conversation that just got a whole lot more interesting thanks to a bombshell report from Tim Healy over at the Boston Globe. Because here's the thing about Will Abreu that most casual fans don't know. The Red Sox actually tried to lock this guy up back in 2024, before his rookie season even started. They sat him down, looked him in the eyes, and basically said, "Hey, we like you, let's make this long term." And you know what William Abreu did? He said no thank you. He turned them down flat. Not because he was being difficult, not because things got heated or contentious, but simply because the two sides were operating at completely different price points. Translation: Boston wanted a bargain, and Abreu wasn't about to sell himself short before he'd even proven a single thing at the major league level. And here's the kicker: he was absolutely right to bet on himself. Because what happened next? The man went out and won 2 Gold Gloves in his first 2 seasons in the big leagues. 2, back-to-back. He flashed some genuinely terrifying power potential that has scouts and analysts drooling. He became one of the most exciting young outfielders in all of baseball. The guy Boston tried to quietly lock up on the cheap turned into one of the most valuable players on their roster, and now the tables have completely turned. When asked recently whether he'd be open to listening to extension talks, Abreu said, and this is the critical part, "I can listen, but I haven't talked to them." The Red Sox haven't even picked up the phone yet. They haven't even started the conversation. This is where it gets fascinating, because Craig Breslow, the Red Sox chief baseball officer, weighed in on all of this as well, and he essentially confirmed what everyone already knew, that from day one they saw something special in this kid. Breslow said it was pretty clear early on that the defensive floor was incredibly high, that they knew Gold Glove caliber defense was coming, and that the offensive upside was real based on how he impacted the baseball. He acknowledged the first extension conversation didn't work out, but he also made it very clear that they saw the promise of the player Abreu could become. So they knew. They knew all along, and they still couldn't get it done 2 years ago. Now the question is whether they make the same mistake of waiting too long again, because the clock is ticking in a very real way. If William Abreu goes out this season and proves that he can hit left-handed pitching consistently, which has been the one legitimate Achilles heel in his game through his first 2 seasons, his price tag is going to skyrocket. We're not talking about a modest bump, we're talking about a seismic shift in his market value. Right now, you might be able to get him on a reasonable deal. 6 months from now, if he's mashing lefties and posting the kind of numbers everyone believes he's capable of, you're looking at a completely different negotiation. The Red Sox have Jarren Duran locked up. They have Roman Anthony signed. They have the makings of what could legitimately be the best outfield in baseball, and all they need to do is put the bow on it by getting Will Abreu signed before opening day. Do it now. Make the call. Lock him down before he makes himself even more expensive, because that is absolutely what's coming if they hesitate. Now let's pivot to the situation at the corner infield spots, because this has been the one genuine mystery of Red Sox spring training, and the internet has been absolutely unhinged about it. Second base and third base are the only 2 positions on this roster without a clear, definitive answer, and the competition between Caleb Durbin and Marcelo Mayer has been the talk of the fan base for weeks. Tim Healy dropped some more clarity on the situation today, reporting that Caleb Durbin is going to get time at second base in a Grapefruit League game either Thursday or sometime very soon. And here's the news everyone has been waiting for. Marcelo Mayer is slated to make his exhibition debut playing second base on Friday. Now, for those of you who have been absolutely melting down on Twitter, asking why Mayer hasn't played yet, take a deep breath, because this was not a surprise. A few days ago, it was reported that Mayer was going to miss the first handful of spring training games as he continued to ramp up his wrist in terms of hitting. This was known information. Mayer himself said he was fine, that his wrist was good to go, but that the organization was simply being cautious with him, which, given his injury history, is entirely the right call. You don't rush one of your most important prospects back before he's fully ready. And now here we are, and he's going to debut on Friday. And his wrist is apparently feeling great, and the sky is not falling. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is not going to steal this job. Breathe. What is genuinely interesting, though, is what all of this positioning tells us about the direction the organization is leaning. Durbin getting reps at second, Mayer debuting at second. This all points toward a scenario where Caleb Durbin is your third baseman and Marcelo Mayer settles in at second base. Now, nothing is set in stone, and Alex Cora has been deliberately cagey about making any definitive declarations, because that's smart managing during spring training. You keep your guys motivated, you keep the competition real, and you let the performances on the field make the decision. But the tea leaves are pretty clearly pointing in one direction, and if Mayer comes back Friday looking healthy and sharp, this conversation might resolve itself pretty quickly. And now, the part of today's show that hurts a little bit to talk about. The Boston Red Sox got absolutely dismantled by the Pittsburgh Pirates this afternoon, losing by the stunning score of 16-7, 16 runs, against the Pirates, in February. Now, before you completely spiral into despair, let's apply some important context here, because context is everything in spring training. The only pitcher on the mound today who is going to have any meaningful impact on the Major League roster this season was Ranger Suarez, and even his outing needs to be understood properly. Suarez went an inning and 2/3, gave up 3 hits, surrendered 2 runs on a home run, and struck out 2 batters. Not ideal numbers, but the home run he gave up was hit by Connor Griffin, the #1 prospect in all of baseball, who is a genuinely otherworldly talent. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap. After Suarez departed, it was a parade of minor league arms taking the mound, and when that happens in spring training, anything can go sideways. The 16-7 scoreline reflects that reality more than it reflects anything concerning about the big league club. Suarez is also heading to Venezuela this weekend to pitch in the World Baseball Classic, so his spring training usage was always going to be limited and unusual. There's nothing here to panic about with him. He's going to be fine. On the offensive side, there were actually some genuinely encouraging moments buried inside the rubble of that final score. Trevor Story went 2 for 3 and looked really good at the plate, continuing a trajectory that started building momentum last season. Wilson Contreras hit his first home run as a member of the Red Sox, and he hit it the right way, to the opposite field, into the right field bullpen. That kind of hit tells you a lot about a hitter's approach and his confidence at the plate. And then, Jarren Duran launched a moonshot over the Green Monster, because of course he did, because Jarren Duran is built different. 7 runs scored on the day, and in a normal Major League game, 7 runs is usually more than enough to win. The pitching staff just happened to implode spectacularly, and when that happens against the #1 prospect in baseball on the other side, the scoreline gets ugly fast. The Red Sox currently sit at 2-2 in Grapefruit League play, while the Pirates are rolling at 4-1, but none of that matters. What matters is getting healthy, getting sharp, getting the infield competition sorted out, getting William Abreu's extension done, and making sure this roster is ready to compete when the real games start. Tomorrow brings a fresh start, and Johan Oviedo gets the ball for the Red Sox in what will be an exciting chance to see what he can bring to this rotation. So here's where things stand heading into the rest of spring training. The outfield situation is almost perfectly set, but the Red Sox absolutely must pick up the phone and call Will Abreu's camp before this gets any more expensive. The infield competition is clarifying itself, with Mayer returning Friday and the positioning of these young players giving us real clues about how Cora wants to structure his lineup. And the 16-7 loss? It's February. File it away and forget it. This team has enormous potential. The pieces are there, the talent is real, and the decisions made over the next few weeks, especially around that Abreu extension, are going to define what this roster looks like for the next several years. Now it's your turn to sound off. Would you extend William Abreu right now, today, before opening day? Drop a Y for yes or an N for no in the comments below, and let's get a real debate going, because this is one of the most important decisions this front office is going to make. And while you're down there, tell us, do you care about spring training results, or are they completely meaningless to you? Type C if you care, type D if you don't, and let's see where Red Sox Nation stands. If you are not subscribed to this channel yet, what are you even doing? We are less than 700 subscribers away from hitting 10,000, and we are giving you wall-to-wall Red Sox coverage every single day. Every game recapped, every transaction broken down, every roster decision analyzed. We watch the games so you don't have to, and we bring you everything you need to know in a way that actually makes sense. Hit that subscribe button right now, join this family, and let's get to 10,000 before opening day. The Red Sox season is coming fast, and you do not want to miss a single second of it. Go Sox!
Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.